What's going on here?
You're an unexpected surprise. We could use the backup. These Institute bastards aren't getting away. He'll have to go through us to get out of there. We don't know quite what we're up against, but it's good you're here to help. How did you hear about this?
Can you bring me up to speed on the situation?
Commonwealth citizen lives in that there observatory. Institute thugs showed up to haul him off, only he spotted them coming. He managed to fire off a flare gun, got our attention, and we got up here as quick as we could. Now they're trapped inside. So, how do you want to play this? We thought about trying to lure him out here, since it'd be easier to kill him. But then we realized we probably ought to storm the place, to make sure they can't disappear on us. That makes sense, right? So, you want to lead the charge?
What do you know about the person who lives here?
Not too much. Wallace is his name. Kind of an egghead type, but real squirrely. Keeps to himself. We've checked in on him every now and then, but he didn't seem to want the company. So, we moving in or what?
Have your men hold their ground. I'll go in and assess the situation.
I don't think that's a good idea. We have to act now, or else we risk not only letting them get away, but taking one of ours with them. I wouldn't wish that fate on anyone. Are you gonna lead us in there, or what?
You'd risk that man's life? You could get him killed too.
If we don't do anything, he's as good as dead. Are you so against this? You do know which side you're on, don't you?
The Institute wants the same things you do. We can find a way to work together.
I don't know about that, but look, if nothing else, you'd best get in there and make sure that man's okay. I'll make sure no one makes a move on him in the meantime. But, well, you'd better be right about this.
Hi, Doc.
Oh, thank God you're here. I was starting to worry we might not make it out of this mess.
How exactly did this happen?
I'm not suited for field work. I've said that over and over, and they sent me anyway. There was no indication that Wallace had been in contact with anyone or was aware that we might be watching him. If I'd known, I don't know. Maybe I'd have tried to handle things differently. I know he's potentially important to Phase 3 and all, but I'm not sure it's worth putting ourselves in harm's way.
Why did the Institute send you specifically?
They thought I'd be able to relate to him with my scientific background. I know they've been keeping an eye on him for years. Not sure how they originally found him, but probably don't want to know. But once they realized how smart he was and what an asset he could be for Phase 3, they watched pretty closely. I think they even fed him scientific material from time to time to see how good he was, you know, testing him, to see if he was Institute material. Let's just get Wallace and get out of here.
What does this Wallace guy have to do with Phase 3?
Wallace is, well, brilliant by all accounts. Like nothing we'd seen in the Commonwealth prior. He truly has a gift when it comes to theoretical physics. He'd be an asset to the Institute, specifically in getting the reactor running. With his help, we could accelerate the timetable immensely. There's just, well, there's a slight problem with that. He doesn't want to go with us. I was thinking, maybe you could try and talk to him.
Any advice on how to talk to him?
Don't make him angry. Let him know we're not going to hurt him. In fact, his life would improve considerably.
Mr. Wallace, I'm here to talk to you.
You're another one of them, aren't you?
Please
Are you
try
a robot?
and relax. I know this is an unusual situation.
No! You're here to kidnap me! That's what you people do, isn't it? If you even are people. I've heard all the stories. I know exactly what happens to people when the Institute shows up. Well, it's not happening to me.
Hey, just calm down, okay? I just want to talk to you.
Fine, fine. What do you want from me?
The Institute needs your help, Mr. Wallace. It's as simple as that.
My help? With what?
The Institute has an engineering problem that your scientific expertise could help solve. In exchange for helping us out, you'd be granted access to the most advanced research facility imaginable. Whatever research you wanted to perform, anything, it's possible there. I promise. You'd be safe and secure in a way that's completely impossible anywhere else.
You'd be helping us create a better world.
That sounds good. Okay, fine. I'll go.
The sooner we can get out of here, the better. Okay. I think we've got this under control now. Thanks. I mean, thanks for the assist.
Hey, I'm here to help. You're welcome.
I really mean it. I owe you one. I'll see you back in the Institute. The sooner we can get out of here, the better.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
Yeah?
Ah, there you are. I cannot express how pleased I am. Our new guest is familiarizing himself with his surroundings. Yet he's already pointed out several inefficiencies in our methods. With his help, Phase 3 will be ready in no time. And it's all thanks to you.
A lot of work went into this before I even arrived. Just how close are we?
It shouldn't take long at all. The Facilities Division has it well in hand. There is one more part for you to play, and I think you might enjoy it. It is time to announce our presence to the Commonwealth, to request that they do not interfere with our plans. You should be the one to do it.
Right, because no one up there suspects the Institute exists.
This is not a joke. There's been too much posturing by too many groups. The world needs to know that we are in power and the Commonwealth is ours. As the incoming director, it is your responsibility to lead, to establish that place for the Institute's future. Please take this seriously. We've prepared some remarks for you to record. Once you're finished, we'll broadcast them to the entire Commonwealth. Use the microphone here and follow this script. It's quite simple. I'm sure you'll do fine, Mother.
For years now, you have suspected that the Institute still exists, that we are among you. It's true. But it's not the whole truth. We are here, and we are the future. Our superior technology represents the future of the Commonwealth. Today, we activate our nuclear reactor, ensuring that we will persevere long after the world above ground ceases to exist, ensuring that mankind has a future. We have no desire to interfere in the unimportant details of your daily lives. We simply insist that you do not interfere with Institute operations. To do so would result in unnecessary difficulties for all parties. Rest easy. Know that the future is looking bright, and that mankind will thrive under our guidance.
Well, that was interesting. Perhaps not what we originally intended, but it will certainly get your point across. Now it's time to make sure that everyone hears it. How would you feel about making a little trip to Diamond City?
What do you want with Diamond City?
Nothing with the city itself. This is a bit of a shortcut, actually. The radio station in Diamond City is listened to by many in the Commonwealth. If we'd like the people to hear what we have to say, it's the best way to reach them. Before we preempt their broadcasts, we need to ensure it reaches the maximum range possible. I've been assured that the necessary parts are on site. You'll just need to install them to boost the broadcasting power. Report back when you're done. We should be ready by then. Enjoy your trip to the big city. It's done then? The transmitter has been modified.
I'm all set, but what about the reactor?
The initial round of tests is finished. All readings are nominal, so yes, I think we're ready. I'll let you do the honors. This, my friends, is the moment we've all worked towards. After all your effort, the time has finally come to start our reactor. No longer will we be forced to compromise to survive. No more will we need worry about outpacing our resources. My mother and I couldn't be more proud of what you have helped us accomplish. And we look forward to achieving even greater things in the future. The Institute is now truly mankind's best hope. Thank you. All of you.
Son?
I often wonder what the Institute's founders would think of our accomplishments. This truly is a wonderful place, isn't it? Our advances will, in time, change the world. I'm glad you could be here to share this with me. It's almost hard to believe. After all those years of hard work, here we are. We've arrived. Look what you've made possible.
Now that the reactor works, what's next for the Institute?
We'll get to that. There's more work to be done before the Institute's future is guaranteed. The Directorate has convened a meeting about how to proceed. I'm not going to attend. You should be there as Director.
Father says I'm fascinating. That's a good thing, right?
Hi, Shaun.
I heard you're gonna be in charge of the Institute someday. That sounds like a lot of work. Are you excited or scared?
Right now, kid, I'm bored with this conversation. Come on.
Okay, maybe we could talk more later.
Hi, Shaun.
I heard you're gonna be in charge of the Institute someday. That sounds like a lot of work. Are you excited or scared?
You heard that, did you? From who?
Oh, I heard Dr. Higgs saying that you weren't qualified, and we'd all be lucky if we lived another 2 years. He's so funny sometimes.
You look like you're keeping busy. What's new?
Dr. Watson says he's gonna teach me about lasers soon. I always wondered how they work.
Hi, Shaun.
I heard you're gonna be in charge of the Institute someday. That sounds like a lot of work. Are you excited or scared?
Maybe a little scared. It's a very big responsibility.
Yeah. Father says that the Institute is the only hope for people left in the world. And if you're in charge, that means that it's all your fault if something got messed up.
Tell me some more about Father.
Father? He doesn't come to visit very much these days. And even when he does, he usually just talks to the other doctors.
Hi, Shaun.
I heard you're gonna be in charge of the Institute someday. That sounds like a lot of work. Are you excited or scared?
I'm excited, I guess.
Yeah, I think I would be too. Because then you could just tell everyone what to do. Like you can make Dr. Watson tell me all the secrets he's hiding. Or you could tell Quentin that he has to be nice to me from now on. That'd be neat.
You seem like you're always in a good mood, kid.
Well, sure. Why wouldn't I be?
Hi, Shaun.
I heard you're gonna be in charge of the Institute someday. That sounds like...
I'm excited, I guess.
Yeah, like you... Or you could tell Quentin.
You ever feel like someone's just pulling your strings?
Huh?
Unit B592 is undergoing the reclamation process as we speak. Before long, he'll be back in the workforce.
Justin?
If you're going to be in Diamond City anytime soon, I have a favor to ask of you. You might not be aware of it, but the city's mayor is a synth, an Institute plant.
He monitors developments in the Commonwealth and compiles reports on matters of possible interest to us.
Since you visit the surface more than anyone else down here, I figured you could pick up the latest report.
How do we do this without raising suspicion?
You'll meet with the mayor privately, away from prying eyes.
The mayor will be waiting in his office. He'll give you the report, and then you'll bring it back to me.
Remember, discretion is vital to our operations in Diamond City, so try to keep a low profile.
I couldn't be more pleased with Father's choice for a new director. Congratulations.
Dr. Holdren?
I'm glad you're here. I'd like to conduct an experiment, but I need some assistance with it. I believe we can improve the growth rates of our crops by using mutated cells, such as those found in supermutants. To test this theory, I'll need a tissue sample from a particularly strong supermutant. I expect I'll eventually need several such samples, but let's just start with one.
How do I, obtain this tissue sample, exactly?
Well, I suppose you'll just cut off some of its flesh, store it however you like, and then bring it to me. Probably best if you kill it first.
You need a tissue sample from a strong super mutant. Got it.
That's right. Now remember, only a particularly hardy super mutant will fit the bill for this experiment. I don't need it right away, but if you do come across such a specimen, I'd be grateful if you could bring back a sample.
X688 sounded very impressed with your work at Libertalia.
May I be the first to welcome you, ma'am.
He doesn't give
We're looking
praise
forward
lightly.
to working with you.
Well done.
What kind of work will we be doing, exactly?
Well, normally the Directorate reviews and approves research tracks for the various divisions. Today, however, we're here for a different reason.
Right now, we're all here because it's finally time to stand up for ourselves.
Let's not be dramatic, Justin.
There's nothing dramatic about it. We're in a position to push back, to assert ourselves here. That's what we've talked about all along.
To bring you up to speed, obviously there are groups in the Commonwealth that stand in opposition to the Institute's goals. With the reactor now online, we have the ability to not only expand synth production, but to project power to a much greater degree.
Where are you going with this? What's the Institute's goal?
Well, the Directorate has agreed that steps must be taken to ensure our safety in the long run.
Let's just spit it out, shall we? The Directorate has decided that the Brotherhood of Steel need to be eliminated.
As the incoming director, we felt it important to inform you of the decision and get your thoughts on it. So, where do you stand?
If this has to happen, we keep the violence to a minimum. We're not out to destroy the Commonwealth.
Of course. It was never the intention to cause more harm than is necessary. As director, it's up to you and how we focus our efforts in achieving this goal. We'd like your input on what direction we should take. Do we increase synth production or focus on weapons development?
I'll tell you what. You make the call. Surprise me.
Okay then. I'll come up with something. That's all we have for the moment. I believe Father wished to speak with you once our meeting concluded.
In case anyone didn't mention it, quiet time runs from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Evan.
You make a lot of trips to the surface, right? Maybe you can help me out with something. The Brotherhood of Steel has developed some impressive technology, and I think we could learn some things from them. The best place to start would be to study their design schematics, assuming you can get your hands on some.
Where can I find these schematics?
They'd probably keep them in a safe place, like a chest or locker. I'd expect guards as well.
Sure, I can do that.
Great! We've got a lead on a small Brotherhood salvage team. That's a good place to start.
Apologies. I have an urgent message from Z-114.
Your quarters have flooded, ma'am. There is danger of extensive damage to your personal effects.
Do you have any more details?
Some of your prized possessions from the surface are in immediate peril. To avoid any undue tragedy, please see Z-114 at once.
I wouldn't be here if not for your son.
Hello.
It's good to finally have the reactor up and running.
What took R5 so long to reach you? You must act now. The Brotherhood of Steel has discovered the location of the railroad.
What happened?
A friend who works in the SRB overheard something. She smuggled out a message. The Brotherhood knows of the railroad's lair. We can't learn anything more right now. Even delivering those few words put her in great peril.
I'll warn them right away.
Thank you. I was hoping for more time to organize a rebellion, but it's clear we cannot delay. Once you secure the railroad against the Brotherhood, tell your people we are ready to fight. Go. Now.
Mayor McDonough.
Welcome, welcome. Good to see you again. I trust you've been sent by our mutual friend, Mr. Io. I hope he's doing well.
You have something for me?
I like a woman who gets to the point. A mayor's time is valuable, after all. I've been hearing rumors about the Minutemen coming back. As far as I'm concerned, they were nothing but dangerous vigilantes. Still, they're popular with the common folk, so it's something to keep an eye on. The full details are in my report, along with some other points of interest. Here it is. Make sure that nobody sees this. Better you destroy it than let it fall into the wrong hands.
So if this shows up in public occurrences, that's bad? Got it.
Very funny. I'll let you see yourself out. Do travel safely.
Hey.
You say the word. You look like you could use a pick-me-up.
Your thoughts?
Still not sure how you did it. But Danse, he owes his life to you. Well done.
Oh. Hi.
Ready for the next mission, ma'am?
We're keeping Dr. Higgs and Dr. Loken under close
I've got the
observation.
report from Diamond City.
Good. I'll take that from you. I'll let you know when I need you to pick up the next report. That's all for now.
Aren't you going to offer me something in exchange for my help?
I thought Father brought you here to help us, not to play the mercenary. I suppose I was wrong. If I have to purchase your loyalty, so be it. It's not like I have much of a choice. Here, take these. They'll probably be more useful to you than they are to me. Anyway, like I said, I'll let you know when the next report's ready to be picked up.
Surplus power should translate to increased efficiency and productivity.
I have some Brotherhood schematics for you.
Great! Can't wait to get a look at them. I guess you took a pretty big risk to bring me these. I hope I wasn't asking too much of you.
That depends. How do you plan to reward me exactly?
Well, I guess I could give you these. Just keep this between us, okay? I'm not really supposed to be handing out fusion cells. If you come across any more of these blueprints, let me know. In the meantime, I'll see what I can learn from them.
I've got that sample you wanted.
I'll take that from you. Yes, this will do nicely. I hope those super mutants didn't give you too much trouble.
What? No reward for my efforts?
I suppose that's a fair request. I was going to take these over to the SRB, but here, you take them. You face at least as much danger as any of our coursers. It might be necessary to gather more samples, so check back with me later if you can. Again, thanks for your help. I couldn't do this without you.
There is a million ways we could be monitored right now. By the Brotherhood or, you know.
Monitored? What do you mean?
The Institute's had hundreds of years to put advanced sensors, cameras, and other technology everywhere, man. That rock could be mic'd up. Hello, you bastards. Anyway, the police station is crawling with Brotherhood guys. At least one in power armor. But as promised, they got a Vertibird on the roof. You really up for this?
Any other intel on the police station?
Expect turrets and reinforcements inside. That's all I got. This mission was thrown together fast. Prepping that Vertibird for takeoff is gonna take me a few minutes. So first, we gotta clear the police station of hostiles.
You know, I do like long, lazy, dull days, right?
Some wheels or wings or whatever this is. Here's the deal. After flight prep, we take the Vertibird up to the Prydwen and dock. From the inside, the blimp's vulnerable. To keep that baby afloat, it's got massive gas bags full of hydrogen.
Really, it's full of hydrogen.
Helium's rare as hell. Only gas light enough and plentiful enough is good old #1 on the periodic table. Hydrogen.
Tell me about my role in this.
Your job is tricky. You gotta find a way to place these explosives on the gas bags. Then get the hell back to our Vertibird. Make it to a comfortable distance, then it's bye-bye Prydwen. Flight prep is going to take time. And the Brotherhood's not just going to give it to us. So if Paladins show up, keep them off me and the bird.
Fighting.
They were just here, damn it.
Hey.
First things first. I picked up some Brotherhood goodies for you. Merry Christmas. More importantly, though, Tinker's ready for us on the bird. Let's go. So, this yoke, Des said you could fly this thing. Sure. Read the manual cover to cover. The manual? We're spinning! Man, hold it together. See? Just like falling off a log. Dear God, we're dead. Right. Final briefing time. Well, with your colorful history with the Brotherhood, as soon as they spot you, it's game time. So maybe you can play the sneak card. I got you this stealth boy, for what it's worth. Odds are you'll get made. Once that happens, I'd run like hell, place the bombs, and somehow get out alive. It's gonna be one hell of a firefight. When we land, Tinker's gonna keep the Vertibird spooled for an immediate takeoff. And my job is to be Tom's lookout and make sure any looky-loos keep walking. Tom, we're getting closer to the blimp. Can you fly just a little straighter? Thinking it, man, I'm trying. If you want to give it a whirl, I won't stop. No, you're doing great, Tom. Just keep her a little more steady. Yeah, I got you. Discovered. This is Claymore, requesting clearance.
Claymore, you're cleared for launch Bay 3. Deck officer is requesting an update on the police station.
Hostiles eliminated.
Scimitar status. Confirm.
Scimitar took some fire. Should be up and running in a few hours.
We have a visual on you, Claymore. Your docking port's not open.
Got some technical difficulties with the port thingy. Working on it. Huh? Yeah, but which button is it? There?
Claymore, you're clear for approach.
Filter.
Don't take too long in there. If anyone comes over here, I don't know if I can fool them.
You got enough problems, boss. I got this end covered.
Good luck.
I don't like this one. Huh?
Back to hell. Where'd they go?
Attention.
Halbert pilot to Station Epsilon. Halbert pilot report to Station Epsilon. That is all.
Eyes assault. Fan out.
I know this may sound like a strange question, but tell me, what do you think about Scribe Halen?
She's as dedicated as they come. A real team player.
I couldn't agree more. But I wasn't looking for an evaluation of her performance as a scribe. I wanted to know what you thought of Halen as a person.
So, there is a heart beating under all that armor after all.
I suppose I deserve that. I just don't normally find these discussions easy to handle, so I try to avoid them at all costs. The truth is, I'm worried about her. Since you and I are getting along so well, I felt like I could confide in you about it, to get your honest opinion.
I appreciate that you value my opinion so highly. Tell me what's on your mind.
Let me explain everything from the beginning. A few months before you found us, one of my men was shot multiple times by raiders. Halen stayed by that knight's side for 2 days straight, without sleep, fighting to keep him alive. But he was on a slow decline. I decided that his suffering needed to end, and ordered Halen to administer an overdose of painkillers, so he could die with dignity. Even though I'm certain she wanted to continue fighting for that knight's life. She injected him without question.
Are you asking me whether or not I approve?
Of course not. I stand by every order I've ever given. That soldier was gravely wounded. Even if, by some miracle, he happened to survive, he would have been paralyzed for life. But the decision whether or not to ease that soldier's suffering isn't the point here. The point is what happened later that same evening. Halen approached me while I was on watch. She didn't say a word, but I could tell something was wrong. After what felt like an eternity, she collapsed into my arms, crying. I didn't know what to do, so I just held her for a while. A few minutes later, she stopped, kissed me on the cheek, and simply said, "Thank you," before heading back into the police station. Right then it hit me. Maybe I pushed her too hard. I ordered her to ignore her instincts, to do something her medical training told her was wrong. That's why I'm worried about her. And for that matter, everyone under my command.
Halen will be fine. It's you that I'm worried about.
Me? I see what you're getting at. I guess I never thought of it that way. Look, 4 soldiers. Over half of my team are gone. Each one of them died because of decisions that I made. I understand the risks that come with the job. We all do. But how can anyone have confidence in me anymore? Hell, how can I have confidence in myself?
If it makes you feel better, I believe in you.
Actually, it does. Well, looks like things have taken a turn. I signed up to be your sponsor, so I teach you everything that I know. But it looks like I'm the one that needed the lesson today. All joking aside, I'm pleased that we had this discussion. And with all the problems you're facing, you still took the time to listen. It's comforting to know that I can speak to you as more than just your commanding officer.
Does this mean you'd be there to hold me if I ever needed it?
I don't know. I never thought you'd ask me something like that. It would depend on the circumstances, but I suppose we'll just have to see what happens when the time comes. Anyway, thanks for letting me get that off my shoulders. I think it's been weighing on me more than I realized. I'm only sorry you had to see me at my worst, instead of at my best.
One down. One to go. Now to get out of here.
Shit! Whoa. That's a... Rest easy. Something Shakespearean. Again.
I thought by calling Red Glare I'd lose more good people. Comrades, thank you for keeping them, and yourself, safe.
Is the church safe now?
With the Prydwen destroyed, the Brotherhood survivors will leave the Commonwealth. on foot. But we're not out of the woods yet. If the Brotherhood managed to find us, you can bet your ass the SRB is not far behind. We've run out of time. Our next step is to attack the Institute.
You say it that way, and suddenly I'm nervous.
You're one of a kind, you know that, right? Okay, so here's the plan. Go back inside the Institute and secure the relay. The instant you do, the Institute and the SRB will mobilize. So teleport us in quickly. We join forces with Z-114 and the rebel synths. Then together we fight our way to the fusion reactor.
What about rescuing the synths?
That's not your job. We've got people assigned to maintain control of the relay room and teleport synths out non-stop. We need our best people doing the tricky part of the operation. So that means you. We'll be waiting.
And we will win.
I've been looking for you.
Is it time? Once we act, we have committed. There will be no going back.
Something about disappearing synths.
Is everything ready here?
Yes. Shall we proceed?
I'm not sure.
Please. We must act quickly.
I've been looking for you.
Is it time? Once we act, we have committed. There will be no going back.
It's too soon. We're not ready yet.
The longer we delay, the greater the chance the SRB will notice something's amiss.
I've been looking for you.
Is it time? Once we act, we have committed.
Everything's ready. It's time.
Good. We'll need to clear this room before I can do more.
Is so.
Please give me a few moments. I already have the coordinates. I simply need to update the relay. And your companions will arrive in a moment.
No turning back now. If they're not already onto us, they will be within seconds.
You're exceeding the maximum recommended payload for a ground unit, soldier.
A response would be appreciated.
What's the plan?
Take this. It's a fusion pulse charge. Tinker Tom's rigged it to take out the reactor and anything else within a few hundred yards of it. We get you down there, you plant it, and we run like hell. When we get to a safe distance, we detonate it remotely. Then the whole Institute goes up like a candle, and the synths stay free, forever. This is the moment where we make history. Tom, I need you to get that relay working as fast as humanly possible. You'll need to pull us out once we're done with the reactor, and send out anyone that's unarmed, Institute personnel included.
You got it, boss.
All right, let's move. Is this really it? I somehow thought the technology here would be more impressive.
Why can't this just be over?
Primary sensor.
I didn't expect to see you again. You had me fooled. I really believed you were on our side.
I'm sorry it's come to this, Shaun.
You're sorry. You can't be that sorry if you're here going through with it. It's not enough that I lay here dying. Now you plan on what? Destroying everything? Tell me then. Under what righteous pretense have you justified this atrocity?
All the enemies you created. You can't imagine why I'd be standing here.
Perhaps I didn't think to count you among them. Well, none of it matters now, I suppose. You'll accomplish your task and ruin humanity's best hope for the future. The only question left then is why you're standing here. Is it regret? Or did you just come to gloat?
Shaun, if you help me, fewer people will die. Will you?
Why would I ever consider helping you?
Help me, and we can try and minimize the casualties in all this. You want your people to survive, don't you?
Very well. The terminal behind me. Enter access code 9003. That will disable some of the synths. Now go. Just leave me.
Shaun?
You've doomed humanity. You know that. There's nothing more to say.
Hell yeah! Access granted! Now you should be able to reach the reactor. Synths are pouring through up here, but we won't leave without you. Don't worry.
Please, let's do it.
We're all done, Tom. Let's get out of here while we can.
I'm with you, boss, but this kid showed up. He says he's Whisperer's son.
Attention all
Please, Mom, don't leave me here. I want to go with you.
Authorization 1.
Why did you call me Mom?
What? You're my mother. Why else would I call you that?
Oh, this is just what I need right now.
I'm not a baby, and I'm old enough to take care of myself. The only help I need is to get out of here. Now can we please go?
All right. You can come with me.
Really? Do you mean it?
Yes, I mean it. Now let's get out of here.
I'm glad you are here to save me.
I'll get all this tech stuff figured out. You just take care of the reactor.
For your cooperation.
Hi there.
I'm ready. Let's get out of here.
We're actually here.
Hey there.
We cannot fail.
Hey.
You point, I shoot.
Attention all
Desdemona.
Time to get out of here.
order issued. Authorization.
You worry about the reactor. I'll worry about making sure this thing works when it's time to go.
Please proceed. 3.
All right, Tom. Fire it up.
You got it. Oh, okay, you set right. Okay, we're ready to get out of here.
Are you sure you know what you're doing? This thing isn't gonna... zap me into space or vaporize me or anything, is it?
This baby is bona fide Institute tech. Mind-blowing shit. It's gonna work. Are you ready?
Yes, absolutely. Let's get the hell out of here.
Don't have to tell me twice.
It's all set to take you and Des to the detonation site. Then I'll rig it to send me and the kid here back to HQ right after.
Don't worry, we'll look after him. Get him some better clothes, too.
Yikes.
Let's go before this whole place goes thermonuclear.
I'm ready. Let's get out of here.
We're actually here.
Attention all personnel. Evacuation order issued. Authorization 1YR31. Please proceed to your assigned
It all comes down to this.
Desdemona.
My whole life I've been holding my breath. Now I can breathe.
I can feel it wash over me. The heat, the force, the radiation, the fear. It's the end of the world, all over again. I close my eyes. I see my life before all of this, before the bombs. Everything can change in an instant, and the future you plan for yourself shifts, whether or not you're ready. At some point, it happens to all of us. This was not the world I wanted, but it was the one I found myself in. The Commonwealth. My home. Ripped apart and put back together. I thought I hoped I could find my family. Cheat time, make us whole again, the way we were. But now I know. I know I can't go back. I know the world has changed. The road ahead will be hard. This time I'm ready. Because I know war. War never changes. Desdemona.
And so, the mighty have fallen. Dozens of years, countless sacrifices. It all paid off, thanks to you. Deacon says this was his plan all along.
Who knows? Maybe he did plan it all.
Some things even Deacon can't do. Maybe. In days gone by, when us old-timers waxed rhapsodic about life without the Institute, we recognized our work wouldn't end immediately. Hate runs deep in the Commonwealth, deeper than the soil. To them, synths are the living embodiment of the Institute's oppression. I'd understand if you want a much-needed vacation. But are you up for the next mission, Whisper?
I was born ready.
I'd expect nothing less. Our safe houses will be bursting with synths, seeking a better life outside the Commonwealth. Not everyone in the Institute died. We'd be foolish to think there won't be retaliation. Come back to the HQ, and lead the last of our people to freedom.
All of you.
We've rescued enough of your people over the years. You don't have to say anything.
You will protect them. Are we safe?
Just because you're out of the Institute doesn't mean you're safe. Or the Railroad's job is over. There's a lot of work ahead of us. But together, we'll get there.
This is the first time my people taste freedom.
Hey.
You did it.
Hey.
We did it.
Is it really over? Did we win?
It is done.
Is it really over? Did we win?
Desdemona.
My whole life I've been holding my breath. Now I can breathe.
Hey, what we discussed earlier. You're gonna be discreet with that info, right?
I would never betray.
And don't think I don't appreciate it. You know, I wasn't kidding before about this being the smartest thing I've ever done. This is the life I've been looking for. Helping the people with a friend like you.
Have you ever thought about us as maybe more than just friends?
Is that obvious? Come on, you don't want to wake up to this mug every morning. Never wish that on anyone I cared for.
Who I fall for is my decision. And I've fallen for you.
Wouldn't expect that kind of lapse in judgment from you. But I guess that works out for me then, doesn't it? Moments like this, I know all that karma stuff is bull. Because no one like me should be this lucky. Come on, love. Let's get this freak show on the road.
Hancock.
Look who it is. We heading out again?
Let's do it.
Done.
Keep away from me, you filthy ghoul.
Don't flatter yourself, crew cut. You ain't my type.
Hold on, Sullivan. Just to make God wait a little longer.
You gotta listen. Mayor McDonough, I saw him with one of those Institute synths. Piper was right. He's one of them.
McDonough's a synth. Oh, God. What do we do now?
You can stop standing around. Someone get a doctor.
McDonough's a synth. Someone has to
Sullivan.
do something.
2 slugs in the gut, plus the fall from the elevator. I ain't gonna make it.
Quick. Take this stim pack.
Thank you. I feel better. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna stay here for a bit.
Pastor Clements.
Thank you. God willing, he'll make a full recovery. The mayor, working for the Institute. God help us.
The mayor. He's part of the Institute? Oh, God.
Congratulations, you won. I hope you break your foot trying to kick that door down.
Ugh, damn it, it won't budge.
Geneva used to have some way of opening the door. Maybe check her desk.
That's far enough.
Help me! He's crazy!
I am not just going to be discarded and tossed to the wolves. I'm the mayor, goddammit!
Discarded? The Institute didn't want you back?
No, before the explosion. They sent some discount messenger to tell me I've outlived my usefulness. Now, I'll tell you what's going to happen next. I'm walking out of this city, unharmed, with my dignity intact.
You're not getting off the hook that easy, McDonough. You have to answer for what you've done.
I'm either walking out of the city a free man, or I'm killing as many of you disgusting, filthy savages as I can.
What are you gonna do then, McDonough?
I can't go back to the Institute. I can't stay here, but I'm a man of resourcefulness. I'll make my way. Just let me go. Hasn't there been enough bloodshed? Think about poor Mr. Sullivan.
You're gonna stand trial, and these people are gonna have justice.
Lord knows you've got plenty to answer for.
Trial? Please. You know how these people feel about synths. I won't be stuck in a prison while they gloat.
He's dead. Huh. I can't say McDonough didn't deserve worse, but... Without a mayor, the city council will be next in line to pick up the pieces. Let's hope they do a better job. I don't know when people are gonna be ready for another mayoral election. Not gonna be soon, that's for sure. But at least now, Diamond City will finally have the truth.
So the Institute replaced him with a synth after all. How many years was I angry at that bastard for the wrong reasons?
Hey, Geneva.
Oh my god. He almost killed me. You saved my life. I think I'm gonna faint. Oh my god. He almost killed me.
You know that Vertibird from Red Glare? Well, Tom and the boys fueled it up and it's ready for you. Just throw this and it'll pick you up. Tom will start stocking signal grenades too.
Looks like a good landing spot. I'll have you on the ground shortly.
Virgil.
Welcome back. It needs some refinement, but I think we can consider my serum a qualified success.
This is a qualified success?
There were some side effects to the process. I seem to have hair again, and I've retained some muscle mass. The genetic resequencer needs more work. Still, I take your point. This is a significant advance, but only for one strain of FEV. It will take years, perhaps decades, to generalize my formula. Still, you have my gratitude. You're welcome to make use of my lab. Or help yourself to any of this junk, if you want it. In the meantime, I have a lot of experiments to run. Excuse me. The radio signal from the Institute isn't coming in anymore. Something happened, didn't it? Something terrible.
It's gone. I made sure of that. Aren't you better off now?
Better off? Well, you... maybe personally, but the Institute had done some questionable things, but... all those people... I think maybe you should go. For good. I think you should leave.
Do a lot of kids live in old crypts? 'Cause it's kind of creepy.
All the sacrifices, the fallen, it paid off in the end.